Here I go. I'll have a blue Easter without you. I'll be just blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a white Easter egg won't be the same, dear, without you. Actually, Elvis sang that much, much better than I could. But happy Easter to all of you. And Jesus Christ is risen from the dead. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. Many wonderful things have been happening throughout these past few weeks, and I hope have been happening for you too in your homes and for your families. We've been actually quite busy here at the parish trying to convert everything to a virtual parish, trying to make sure we keep connected with all of you. And your generosity of spirit has truly been incredible. The Easter spirit is alive and well here at Mount Carmel. The emails, the cards, the notes, the text messages, the phone messages that I've received from so many of you is quite overwhelming. And know that we remain connected in spirit. Thank you also for sharing our live streams and our Facebook pages throughout the country and throughout the world. It's truly amazing and gratifying to see how many people have connected with us virtually because of your efforts. So keep doing that. We have a lot of stuff still planned for this Easter week and this Easter season. And one of the big things, of course, for Easter has been the reception of new Catholics into the church. And we've had to postpone that this year, unfortunately. So I hope you continue to pray for our candidates and catechumens as they eagerly await their baptism and the reception into the church, and for their families as well. I also am really grateful for all the efforts of our staff, particularly our school staff, for keeping our school up and running and educating our children. I'm especially grateful to our 8th graders who put together an incredible Stations of the Cross, virtually, each from home. Please, if you haven't listened to it, go to our website and listen to them, because the prayers are absolutely amazing and pertinent to our moment. And again, I'm overwhelmed by your generosity of food. Apparently a lot of you are cooking up a storm at home and sending a lot of it over. I told my mother that, and she was gratified to know that I was being well fed, as if I'm not. And also for your generosity in stewardship of our parish, for ways you've continued to serve, and the ways especially that you've continued to give. It helps us to keep the lights on and the doors open, so when the time comes for all of you to return, we could be up and running and ready to meet the needs of our parishioners and of our larger community. I hope that you will take great joy in celebrating Easter with your families. Remember that first Easter morning was rather bleak. Mary Magdalene came at dark to the empty tomb. She found nothing. She thought the worst. The apostles came to the tomb and they peered in and they thought the worst, ran back and locked themselves in the room. But Jesus did come to them that evening and reminded them that he was still with them. And Jesus reminds us this day, this resurrection day, he is still with us in a unique way, maybe in a way that we're not used to. But I ask you to open your hearts and to open your minds to experience the risen Christ in a new and in a powerful way through one another and through the gift of hope that the resurrection gives to each one of us. Looks like this long Lent is finally over, and we're seeing signs of hope, signs that we could begin to return to something approaching normal anyway. And that fills me with gratitude, because a shepherd without a sheep is really an awkward person. And I look forward to the time when we're back together and we could celebrate the joy of the resurrection with one another and the joy of the gift of one another, because you are all each truly a gift to me, to our parish staff, and we've all come to realize that without you, what we do really doesn't have much significance. So thank you for staying connected. Thank you for all of the blessings that you've bestowed upon us. And hopefully God will richly continue to bless you, your families, your children, and your extended ones. I know that we are praying every day for all of you, especially for all of you who have relatives who are medical personnel. Many of you worry about your children who are nurses and doctors, or maybe you yourself are in that category. We're praying for you, and we're asking the Lord's protection upon you. And with grateful hearts, we thank you for caring for the sick and those who are most in need at this critical time. Never forget Jesus Christ is risen from the dead always, and the power of his resurrection comes to us even in this most challenging and difficult of times. Great things happen because God is still with us. Great things are continuing to happen here at Mount Carmel, and I pray that great things will continue to happen for you and your families. So may God bless you and your loved ones, and we'll see you online.